Am I taking wrong decisions of my life, or is it something going to really gonna work out when I go out there and make a difference as far as CEO job is concerned? She said, no, my dear child, you cannot become a CEO the day you graduate, but you can work like a CEO wherever you are, be it a junior post, be it a senior post, doesn't matter where exactly you are into this job sectors. And then he just kept thinking about the statement about this particular day. This mom said that he do not work as a CEO, work like a CEO. You cannot be a CEO as a title, but you can work like a CEO as a human being or job perspective where the corporate world is concerned. And then he kept thinking about the statement that his mom made the other day. And whole night he couldn't sleep. At the very next day, he just happened to, get in the kitchens, and then he prepared a tea for the first time in his life to his mom. And then he get back to his room where his mom usually sleeps. He knocked the door, he opened the door, and he approached to that particular room, and then he just shook her mom twice, and then she opened her eyes and she saw the cup of tea in his hand. And then after that, his mom got shocked. For the first time, my child is getting tea from me. It never happened before, but what happened to him? Yes, mom. He just replied back to his mom and then said, "No, mom, I'm not here with a cup of tea. I'm here with an explanations. More often than not, I'm here with the reasons for that matters." What was that? Mom asked. And then he said, "Mom, yesterday you told me that, no, don't work as a CEO, work like a CEO. I really accept the fact that you really changed my perspective as to how differently the management and the field need to be looked into, how different the management takes new step in size also at the same time. Mom, here's a tip for you." And then mom was very happy. Okay, you can go back to your corporate world and then work like a CEO. And then the job hunting was started from there on, and then he just get a job in a very small company as a very junior post, and he started working. After 35 years, that particular guy worked like a CEO for the next 35 years. He happened to be he got a title of CEO. The interesting fact of the story about this is, after 35 years working hardly with his dedications, with his different minds, innovation and creativity, he got that particular title, so-called CEO. And the very first day, the interesting fact of the story is, the very first day he got the job of CEO, he quit that particular job. Can you believe that? He quit that particular job of CEO, which is something he really, craved to get into, desire to get into that particular job of CEO. But after 35 years, long working years, and once he get that particular title, he just quit that job and then came back to his home and then said, "Ma'am, I quit my job, but the day I got today is the day I got opportunity of having this title, so-called CEO, after working 35 years. But today I quit the job." And mom was so happy. I told you, you work like a CEO from the last 35 years. It doesn't make any sense if you get title or not, but you still work like a CEO from the last 35 years. But still you have been working for the last 35 years. What if you get the titles? Because when you get the titles after this also, you will have to work the same way. Because when you didn't get any titles, you are working in the same way from the last 35 years. And it doesn't make any sense to you if you get that particular title and work like a CEO also at the same time. "Thank you so much, my dear child." She replied back to his mom, and then the child was so happy. And what he did was, he just get back to his particular corporate world, and then had a seminar. There was as many as 5,000 number of employees waiting for him to talk to about why he is that particular guy leaving that particular job, and just reply back to him. From the last 35 years, my ladies and gentlemen, from the last 35 years, I've been working like a CEO. I've been making decisions of my life to the people that matters, to the people who have been working with me from the last 35 years. I have been working like that, like a CEO. Even before I have a title of CEO, I've been working like that. Now I got the title of the CEO. Doesn't make sense to me working in the same way. I have my different plans, I have different experience, I have my different titles also at the same time. So I can carry it forward, I can take it forward, I can open it up any time it go. People will follow me, people will definitely give me examples of who am I as a role model also at the same time. So that was the lessons I perceived in a different way, because he happened to be my brand manager also at the same time. So he gave me that lessons, and I would like to give the same lesson to my student also at the same time. Sometimes it's not about motivations, inspirations. We have been talking about this for a very long period of time. You can go access in Google's, YouTube's are there available for you for the motivations. But the fact is that what you do not understand is who you are as a person, that you can really transform your life for others also at the same time. If you can't really understand who you are as a person, not in profession you might be, CEO, managers, this and that, but who you really are as a person, what's your personal story, what the story has made you to think about your different lives, that matters a lot. There are so many people who have quick, big companies job like Microsoft. You can talk about Fred Swaniker. He had started, he was a graduate of Stanford University. You can talk about, Sis Wanikar also. He was happened to be a graduate of Harvard University also at the same time. What they did was they just back to their, follow their passions, and they started a university in African context also at the same time. There are many, many examples like this. Just now I have recently, listened to one of the guy who happened to be a, project manager of Google's. He just quit the job 6 months back, and then now he started a Momo outlets in Hyderabad. It's something like next to impossible. It's something like you go to Mars, Jupiter and sell momos and then items of Nepalese food. It's very, very impossible. But he has created a lot of difference as far as momo business is concerned in Hyderabad, Chennai and Bangalore, where people do not even think of eating Chinese food. They only believe in their own rituals, their traditions food like idli, vada and sambar. Nothing except that. But that guy made the reality of his own passions because he feel that I need to I need to permeates all the vibes of this cultural rituals, tradition, that restriction that we have to others perspective, others part of the country also the same. That was his passion also at the same time. It's all about your passions. It's all about motivations also at the same times. Work on 5%, 10%, 20%. How much that really count for your life, that matters. But more than anything else, more than motivation, inspirations, you yourself, your personal story matters more than anything else. Finally, I'd like
साइलेंट मोड में सन मोड चेंज हो गया मशीन बंद हो गई.
Hello, sorry for the technical inconveniences. Finally, I would like to I have deep appreciations towards Dr. Nitra Acharu sir. We didn't talk much. We didn't interact much, but still, I love you so much. I respect you for the core of my heart also at the same time because it's not about when people when you need to fall in love with people, it's not about you talk more. You just listen from others also at the same time. That impact is something that creates a lot of difference in our life also at the same time. And so does with our managing director sir, Dr. Bozat Pandit, is always supportive, always supportive. I have never find any